The majority of the pallets in circulation today have been either reused or repaired at some point in their life. And in this video, we're going to take a look at some of the characteristics of a recycled pallet. We're going to take a look at some of the advantages and also some of the disadvantages of using a recycled pallet compared with using a brand new pallet. Recycled pallets can hold anywhere between 1,500 and 3,000 pounds, depending on how the weight is distributed on the top of the pallet. Pallets will hold more weight if the product is distributed evenly over the deck boards, while pallets that have concentrated loads in one particular area will be much less sturdy. Most pallet companies will sort out recycled pallets based on a few criteria: the dimension of the pallet, the number of stringers on the pallet, and the number of repairs on each stringer. And some companies will go so far as to sort out a pallet that has thicker deck boards and thinner deck boards. As with everything, there are advantages and disadvantages to using a recycled pallet. And the most notable structural advantage to using a recycled pallet is reduced moisture. Now you might be thinking, how does a dry pallet help me? Well, I thought you'd never ask. Dry pallets limit the opportunity for moisture to wick up through the pallet and into the cardboard or paper packaging that surrounds the product, which would damage the packaging and potentially damage the product. And secondly, moisture is the primary ingredient for mold growth. So having a dry pallet would keep mold at a minimum while the pallet is in use in its daily activities. Recycled pallets cost significantly less than their new pallet counterparts. Based on national averages, recycled pallets cost anywhere from 40 to 60% of what the same specification would cost if it were brand new. It isn't all sunshine, rainbows, unicorns, and daffodils in the land of recycled pallets. Here are a couple common disadvantages to using a recycled pallet. Because recycled pallets are collected from various locations, there's always going to be inconsistency in a few areas. Deckboard spacing, stringer or deckboard thickness, nails or staples that are not perfectly flush with the pallet. This is one of the main difficulties with using a recycled pallet. There isn't any pallet recycler that can guarantee exactly where a pallet has been for each stop in its pallet career. This might not be an issue for most companies that just need to get a product from point A to point B, but for a more heavily regulated industry, such as infant formula or powdered food ingredients, it can present more of a problem. A pallet recycler can only recycle as many pallets that it has picked up and repaired, so they're limited by the amount of pallets available on the market. And about every 3 to 5 years, there comes an ebb and flow of having more pallets on the market than there is need, and then having not enough to go around. Recycled pallets can hold about a couple thousand pounds. They'll keep you dry. You won't know exactly where you got them, but they do a pretty good job of taking a product and bringing it from point A to point B.